Testing, testing. Hello. Looks like we're alive again, finally. So, welcome everyone to a finally working thing. Looks like NVIDIA Broadcast decided to take a dump as it started, as I went live, of course. Okay, so, Zig, I think you're the only one here anyway, so if you want to know what's going on. We're starting a new project today. Zig, how is the sound? Like music too loud or not enough, or how's the voice? You hearing me okay? Music is low compared to voice. Okay, not a problem. Okay. So, we're starting a new project today called Better Than Yesterday. I've recently joined a small group of people, and the guy had an idea of kind of making the, I don't know, a task list, I suppose, a bit more gamified. So what they want to do is actually make sort of a gamified thing. Just it's not just an Excel where you tick your tasks, but you actually do it in game, and when you actually do it, you get stuff for your character. So as this is not intended to be like any multiplayer or anything like that. So if you cheat and go ahead, that's on you. So basically, so far we only got more or less an empty Unity project. With a menu. It's very easily set up. You've got a menu, you've got your buttons. And every single button has a helper arrow, which in game, it'll show you which button is selected, which looks a bit like this. So when you're over a button, the arrow goes. You can go with WASD or the arrows, it all works fine. And when you click somewhere, it gets you somewhere else. So right now, this is gonna be our main village, as it were, where you'll be walking around, talking to people, telling them what you did, and they will then reward you with stuff. So if you want to take a look, our code for the menu is very simple. It's basically a collection, it's basically a collection of buttons which you assign an index you need, and then the code takes care of the navigation, as you can see here, updating and all that. When you click on to go play, it'll simply use a scene manager to load the village. It's all fine, it's all simple, it's all basic, basically, as it were. So, for today, Yura actually bought, that's the main guy, he bought a couple of assets that he wants us to use to do the village with. So today I'm gonna look into setting those tile maps up, and maybe start painting the village itself. So it shouldn't be too hard. I actually never worked with tile sets before, so it's gonna be a learning thing for me as well. But I did take a look at the assets, and a lot of it is already set up in advance. So it's not gonna be needed much for us to set up, actually. So let's jump over to our village and start doing stuff. Well, for now we only have the canvas and the text, which we shall remove as we no longer need it. And as I said, in our assets, the guy that made the asset pack has already preset the tile set and the terrain. But he did some strange thing, so let's start from where he set stuff up. When we dump the terrain in, we get basically this, which is kind of odd because the layer 1 shouldn't have anything painted on it already. This should be a preset inside the tile palette, which it is. So I'm not sure why the terrain's already painted. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna ignore this, basically, and create a new layer, basically, for ourselves. So, nope, not the palette. Let's undo that one. Okay. First, we're gonna remove the prefab because we don't need it to be a prefab. We don't want it to be a prefab in this case. Because if we change anything in there and then commit changes, it's gonna break everything and we don't want that. So we're gonna create a new empty, we'll call it village floor. If I could spell, that would be nice. Then we need a couple of components like we have here, like tile map and tile map renderer. So let's add those. And tile map renderer. Now, I don't know if we need a special, no, we don't have a special material on that, so that's fine. Okay, so what you see on the screen right now in the scene view, this is what the camera sees, the square. This is gonna be your screen. So whatever you paint is gonna be inside there. So when we open up our tile palette, which you can do with, I think it's around here somewhere. Not exactly sure, 2D, yeah, there we go, 2D tile palette. And this is what you get. You've got your tile palettes right here. And this guy preset us the terrain specifically and the ground specifically. So the ground is basically like if you want to do, I don't know, water stuff. So this would be layout for that. And the terrain is where the the buildings and stuff are gonna be put on. So for example, now if you want to do stairs, we could do this, which is kind of nice. I kind of like how these tiled things work. So you can do stairs, or you can just do the grass and just paint that. You do have to be careful because you can do this and you don't want to do that. Plop this down. Actually, I think I know why he did it this way. We're gonna have to do it the same way, probably. Because if you can see here, we have a hole inside here. That's not what we want. We want this to be a layer above the ground. Right? So we don't have holes in our ground. Okay. We'll be able to do that now. Hold on. Does this fit? Yeah, this fits nicely. Okay, this is cool. As I said, I never worked with this before, and it's kind of interesting to see. I'll basically just paint the map, all of them. And when you're done, in our case, you'll hit play. But I've got a special script that is gonna throw us first in the menu. And then we'll need to hit play to get inside the thing. We have an issue here. You can see here there's lines, and these lines will show through. We don't want that. I think it looks like our tiles will need a bit adjusting. Wait, maybe we can have something in the thing. Grid is fine. But I don't think this tile anchor is correct. No, it is okay. Offset. We've got an offset here. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix that with a minimum offset. Apparently not. Why do I need to? Okay. This is fine. Okay. If somebody knows why I can't access offset, please tell me. Because the offset would be perfect to align this just a tiny bit. Oh, maybe we can use the cell gap. Maybe go to something very small. See if this will fix what we need. There we go. No more lines. Let's hope those no more lines looks like they're good. They don't seem to be appearing anymore. Interestingly enough, I had the same problem just with a different approach a while back. Okay. Okay, so we need to do another one of these village floors, and we'll do it. We'll name them ground. We'll name it ground, and we'll undo some of the things here. So let's figure out one thing. Like, how do I remove? Put the alignment back to what it was. There we go, yeah, that works fine now. Now the one thing we need to have ground to go into a different level order. And now we want to paint the ground in actual ground. Okay. Okay, that's better, and now all of the gaps are now gone as well, and the floor now has is properly set and can be used correctly because of that order layering thing. Interesting, why does this feel backwards to me? That looks good. Okay, maybe in this case we actually want to have our ground in this thing. Now, again, how do I erase stuff from the tile map? That's... or maybe not. Maybe it's fine. This doesn't feel right. Oh, because I'm stupid. I'm doing this on ground level. Okay. I'm gonna have some getting used to this to be on the right things, to do the right things. Then like this and like this, and we have our path, okay. Do I erase you? There we go, is that it? Yeah, that's it. I have to find the correct brush. Then you have to go into the correct layer and paint everything correctly. There we go. I'm getting the hang of this, okay. All right, that was actually way simpler and way faster than I thought it would be. Okay. I think I've got that in Edge here. Yeah, I do. Okay. So now we've got a small cute thingy roughly on how the village layout should look like. So we got kind of a easy path going between 4 houses and a 3 house. We're a bit of a forest and the chicken apparently going all around. So let's try and replicate that with the assets we gotten in our pack here. So first off, it's a forest floor. So let's repaint the ground that in the forest floor. No, not the ground, you idiot, stop doing that. The village floor is gonna be repainted here. There we go. You'll notice I go a little bit over than what the camera will actually see in game. Just so everything is, making sure everything is viewed correctly. So there's no gaps in anything that doesn't need to be. Okay, then let's do a couple of random flowers here. Okay, and above that, let's now create another empty. And let's call it village props. It's at 0, which is fine, and we're gonna duplicate that and go into village buildings. Name it village buildings. And now let's see down here what we've got as prefabs. So we do have buildings, we have plants. And we have some props such as barrels and anvils and stuff. Okay, that's cool. But for starters, let's do plants. Do we have trees? We do have trees. Okay. Okay, that's... We've got birch, we've got oak. I think oak is nice. I can use a couple of birches to... Oh, and we've got 2 varieties, that's good. Some pumpkins, some grass. Bushes, okay. Okay, so that's cool. We've got... Everything is in 2 varieties, kind of like summer and autumn kind of feel to them. some grassy stuff, which is nice for the outlines. Okay. That's great. Okay, let's pick up a building. Let's figure out what we want. Like, we've got small huts and treehouse. I don't think this asset came with the treehouse. So that might be a bit of an issue, but we'll figure something out, I guess. We can maybe do some sort of a tower thing. Or a marketplace thing. Oh, okay, that can be a good stand-in. We can do, okay, so we'll drop a TP as our temporary treehouse in right now. And we have immediately an issue. Okay, let's dump it on, oh, there we go. Order in layer is 10, and let's just move it somewhere. So this is our middle of the screen. The camera's gonna go, that's the top of what the camera sees, so we don't want to go outside of that. We do want to see the top of the TP at the moment, which is probably a little bit too big, or just about. Okay. Hey, village without a well is a weird village, isn't it? So let's first decide on the 4 houses we want. There's a contender. Probably maybe one. Okay, and that's it for our houses, okay? So we want to use a barn instead of one and a blacksmith. Could do maybe a chapel instead of a TP treehouse, huh? It's kind of a tall building. Okay, if I need to go in and read all of these orders in layer to go forward and above. Okay. This thing is a little bit huge. Doing this will take out the entire thing. Okay, maybe we want to do a little bit of a different camera. What if we double the camera? Okay. Yeah, let's maybe do that. This we of course now need to repaint all the ground and flooring. But that's fine. We're learning. We're doing this thing. So there's probably a fill variant of a brush somewhere. And before I continue with the painting of everything else, I may wanna check how this looks in game now. Oh yes, save of course, thank you. Yeah, no, I think this is good. This actually may be good. It's maybe slightly too low. Let's try another thing here. Let's try and do this. Just a little bit more and do our house here. Or well, chapel. Slightly higher. It comes down a bit too much, I think. Actually, yes, I think this looks better. It gives us lots of space also for the bigger buildings around us. I also kind of want to see how the characters look from this pack. Excuse me. Maybe check on one of the characters to see how big they are. See if we need to do anything else. So there's a character. Let's just dump him in and see what happens. The thing, like with everything else, looks like I need to do layering. Without the rig, let's do okay. Telling me I'm gonna have to do every single one separately and do that in shader. Yes. Looks like. Okay, in that case, let's go back to the ground thingy. I think it's gonna be better if I do ground on, say, -10 and then floor on -9. Ta-da! The character pops up and now the building should be... We put the building on... Put it on 10. Let's put it on, let's say, -1. So now the character, as it moves around the scene, should go above the building, but we want to go... The roof should go behind. If we let it go back... If we actually allow it to go back there, the roof should go... The character should go behind. Anyway, let's see what this does when we... Oh, character has its own camera? That was probably just... Whee! Okay, I'm guessing the character is made for a platformer. That was kind of cool. Where is the rigid body? Where is the gravity? Gravity scale should be... let's try that. It's kind of cool how it just fell off the screen there. And still going, okay. That's not cool. That's not what we expected. Let's put back that to 1. Okay, this is interesting. So, the rigid body 3D actually has a detect gravity setting, which the rigid body 2D does not, apparently. Interesting. It will be interesting to learn how this is dealt with in the 2D environment. Okay. Whee! Sliding like a mother effer, okay. It just goes left and right. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I wanted to see the scale. And the scale, I think, is fine. It looks like he's the size of that will fit through the door, I think. Right? I wonder what the code for this looks like. Oh, up, down, left, right. Okay, this is all here. Why is only left and right working? Because I put it into cinematic mode? Put him into static, nothing's gonna work, right? Interesting. All of those controls are already with the came with the package thingy, and it's kind of weird. Okay, welcome to the characters. Back to the character when we need to right now. He's in just for scale purposes. Let's refix our terrain. Repaint everything proper. We are in ground. Let's ground it up. Of course, at any times, guys, feel free to ask any questions you may have as they pop up. So again, for today, the goal is to actually do the first village where you spawn in when you start doing your stuff. You will of course immediately be attacked by an NPC telling you what to do and what not to do. Like, you know, like every game has like a starting tutorial and stuff like that. Something like that. Okay, some random flowers now. Let's find the rest of the buildings. We need 4 more buildings now around the village kind of thing for the first mode. Oh, one is the players, one is habit masters. Forge, so we could actually use like a blacksmith kind of a building. So let's try that. Let's see how that works. If I can ever find them again. There they are. So we have a blacksmith here. It's kind of a bigger building, but let's do it anyway. And apparently blacksmith comes with a light. Some sort. Let's cancel that light for the moment. Thank you. Now we can see. Maybe the blacksmith on this side. Seems kind of... Then there's a Task Genie's tree house, which for us right now is a chapel because we don't have a tree house. So now we need... And I guess there's a random house left. Okay. That's fine, those are fine too. Fill out the space if nothing else. Yeah, just when you're building stuff, make sure if you're prepping stuff to have it organized, to keep it organized. It's always helpful. Alright, now here in somewhat middle-ish. Let's do a couple props, like a well, maybe. That was a nice find there. Oh, there was a well in there. I distinctly remember finding a well. There we go. Oh, and there we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, now basically what we need is to path between them. And we're basically almost done. That's under village props, and now under what floor maybe? Where do we want to put the trees? Correct thing, yeah, okay. What? What just happened there? Collect all 8 trees, dump them there, and there we go. Is it just me or are these birch trees kind of small compared to oak? Maybe it's actually starting to look like a forest-ish kind of thing. Okay, this is gonna take a bit, I guess. To populate everything, making it look okay. This is gonna be a problem, huh? That's not a problem, but the other way around is, okay. Good to know. Let's see this a little bit from the game view, how it looks like. Yeah, okay. Nah, not okay. This is interesting, like, some of the parts of where they overlap are fine. Like here. But this here is not. The tree is supposed to be over the house, not under it. This layering is gonna be an issue, I see. Have to figure that out. Somehow, I guess. So if this is here and this is this guy. How do I tell you that you go above? Does this make a difference? Nope. Oh, because everything uses this material, okay. So what about this? This makes a difference. Maybe that'll help. I'll probably have to read up on this order layering thing. Because it's kind of weird. Yeah, this works, but it's kind of odd that some things do have shadows and some things don't, and that tree is an issue here now. Okay. Let's do the forest first, and then we'll worry about shadows and stuff. It looks fine here. Jeez. Now, how big of a forest do we need for it to actually look like a forest? And be like a forest? Do we have any? We do. Does it look correctly? Probably not. I think it looks proper here, but hey, I think it'll do. It's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted a couple of empty stumps to make it look like a couple of trees were like, cut down. It's a village. They use this stuff. May have done this one too fast. Let's do the road first here before I do the trees too fast. So if I got this correctly now, this guy should be here. Maybe like this. Do maybe some bushes there in the end. Yeah, maybe. Well, now let's see how we can beautify this so it doesn't look this weird. Eraser. Looks kind of cool. Wrong corner. slowly getting the hang of this. It's kind of interesting too. Just, oops, finding random stuff and just plopping it down. Found it. You know, that tree is bothering me. You see what I'm doing? Thank you very much. Yo, okay. Why are you above it? Yeah, shouldn't be above it. Please, maybe this is just the outline. Oh, it's just the outline, okay. And it's fine. Yeah, no. That one doesn't work. This one might, but the other corner. There we go. Wait, oh, we didn't finish that one either. Why not, though? What's wrong with me? There we go. That one actually makes sense. Okay. No, we need this. Yeah, Like this. No, you don't actually see those, do you? That's fine. That was not fun. Really. Speaking. Oh, it's a little bit better. Oh, okay. Yeah. Selecting. Very straight path. Probably not what a natural village would look like, but hey. It's our village, I guess. Bit of a check to see how it works, how it looks. It's not bad, it's coming along. There's one thing that's bothering me is that these guys are supposed to have some sort of chimney smoke particle effects. But we don't see them. Why? They should be out here. Unless it's another one of those ordering things. Still can't see them. Optical 0, that's not right. This is weird. Why are those not working? What's that? What's the matter with you? Shader is obviously doing something. Well, it looks weird, but it works now. Is the emission off? Oh, the text a bit and it just starts working. Kind of weird how that particle system is made. And all the houses should have this. And none of them work. That's bloody brilliant. I wonder if this was an intention at the time, because all of them are sort of disabled, which is kind of weird. Eh. That is kind of odd. Whatever. I'll leave it for future me to deal with. It immediately popped up. Okay then. And nothing. Brilliant. Okay. Now, seriously, I'll let future me deal with that, and we'll go back to populating the forest, I guess. Kinda like this one here, so I'm gonna leave him there. Kinda sorta wish I had a little more variety of trees. So do that, I guess. Let's do this and then put this one onto... Oh, it's supposed to be... That's what I wanted. Okay, cool. So we have that house almost overgrown a little bit. Might not be a good effect, but okay. There we go. Let's see here. You are not okay there. Put you like this, but what's this? Okay. This doesn't really matter. Because shadows are not showing up for some reason, but we'll keep the shadows. Do we even care about shadows? Supposed to render them. Didn't make a lick of difference, but okay. Let's try this. Okay, never mind. For now. I don't like this. So don't really like how this is constructed. It's gonna be nearly impossible to do the layering correctly. Let's we do this. Yeah. Let's try and keep it this way, and we'll have to figure out how to do the layering properly. When we have the character actually walking around into the back of the buildings. Buildings are not actually done very nicely for this. For the simple just ordering layer kind of thing. Figure out how to do that better. I know there's various tricks to this, but still have to learn them. Oops. Okay. You need to go behind a little bit. There you go. And your shadow, because why not? Are you okay? I think you're fine. Let's put you on 3, I think is gonna be nice. Not bothering anybody there now. There's a lot of trees you need to do a forest, surprisingly. Or perhaps not surprisingly. Oh well, from the level design kind of point of view, it's still kind of empty, isn't it? A lot of trees and all that, but that's about it. There's no, I don't know, props or anything like that. What to do about that? Out what the thing has in the backs. If there's anything interesting to place around, like, I don't know, a chicken coop somewhere and stuff like that. Just a little bit decoration, you know? This takes a lot of time to actually make look somewhat okay. We do something now. Yeah. Looks a little bit different than the rest. You can you you're on 4, you're on 5, can you be on I forgot to do that. Apparently that's a yes. Okay. See how that looks in the game now. So character looks weird. But that's mostly irrelevant. I think we're kind of getting like what we want here. A bit of a village. Need some decor though. It's kind of very empty. And dead. It's really dead right now, isn't it? This is interesting. In the game view, in the scene view we see the player, no problem. In the game view we don't. It's probably another one of those layering issues. So let's put the player up on... What did I select that doesn't have anything? Oh, it's done. Two, isn't it? Yeah. We're gonna need to do something slightly different. I just don't know how yet. Too many settings. Never gonna need all of this, but it's nice to have them. Interesting, there's so many settings, so many things we won't need. Way overkill for this, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Sorry, I get distracted easily. Something that breaks up the green and brown. You know, when somebody comes in requesting a reply in chat specifically, that's a red flag, guys. It was an account created 38 seconds ago and jumped in. Sure. It's not a bot or whatever. Of course not. Kizik, so you said something to break up the brown and green. So we got a lot of green bushes. One of the houses could have a garden there somehow. Let's maybe figure out how we can do that. We can have a couple of these, though they seem to be all the same in different. Yeah, nothing helpful there. Oh, hi. Okay. A better thing than this. Oh yeah. The problem is the palette this guy used for all of these props appears to be mostly brown. Breaking up brown and green is gonna be a bit of a problem here. No way what? Oh, there we go. Oh, well. Still brown and green, though. You just plopped in. Basically, you missed an hour and a half of stuff. It's basically all in game. Just the character doesn't work yet properly. But you get this instead of nothing here now. And the character is weird, but never mind that now. It's put in just in for the scaling test. But otherwise, this is your first starting village. Also, there's no treehouse, so I'm using a chapel instead of a treehouse right now. Oh, hi. This could be cool. Awesome. It's kind of cool, actually. Got night mode if you want it. Oh, interesting. I would have thought But the blacksmith would have had its own sign. Considering how the building was actually marked as blacksmith. Well, I was going by the PDF, and the image here doesn't have a river either, or a stream or whatever. So, didn't make any. Still do a stream somewhere, that's not a problem. There's plenty of space. Like it could be passing by here, for example. That could work just nicely. Or up here, behind, making the village like a riverside. Or something like that. Maybe through here. Any of those work. Considering the chopping block is on the other side, this probably makes more sense. Hello, cat. Sounds good, but which part? See what we've got under flowers. Just dumping some randomly right now, just for a bit of variety. Yuri, if you have any suggestions, please feel free. I'm gonna need to take a bit of a bio break. I'll be right back. And we're back. Might look okay. Doing some archery target practice behind the house. Now I'm missing a way of how to do like a garden or something like this. Because that could be kinda useful if we'd wanna do stuff. Like this would be a perfect spot for it. But I really don't have anything like... There are a couple of things of like cabbage here or carrots and stuff like that that could look like they're growing out from the ground, but there's no, like, you know, dirt and stuff that could look like it was. Maybe a couple of pots around the place. As long as you don't do like... Link and just go in and break everything. So like I know there was another pumpkin. And I'm not sure what to do extra for the core, so it looks a bit better. Okay. Looks like Yura's gonna be joining us in an audio channel. Just need to figure out let's try this. Just need to figure out how to capture him so you can hear him as well. Perhaps this. Maybe this will work. We'll see when he pops in. Oh damn, okay. So many items now on here and I'm pixel hunting to click stuff properly. It's kinda annoying. Now this is interesting. from the platformer. We have several tables, different tables, but we don't have a chair. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I put there, I think there, and we're basically, I think this is it for stage one, more or less. Not exactly sure what else to use to actually make it look good, make it look better. Like, this part will probably become a river now. No, I'm waiting for Yura to plop in. Oh, Yura is plopped in. Hello. And I'm hearing nothing for some reason. Hold on. You audio devices, where's audio devices? Damn it. Yeah, this would be the reason. Say something, please. Hello, hello.
Saying stuff.
And you should now be heard by the stream as well. Hopefully. So I'm not talking to nothing.
Hello, chat. Hello, chat. I'm here to learn from the sensei.
Well, you tell me. I think I'm mostly done with stage one. Don't know what else to do to make it look better with the stuff that's in the pack.
Let me actually properly open the stream because I wanted to open my Twitch. Of course, I don't know the password, so YouTube will be faster. Yeah, I've made an account years ago. Never really watched it.
Well,
Yeah,
you've
I've
got
made an
Twitch or
account.
YouTube, so take a pick.
It looks very, very cozy.
Kind
Nothing
of what
really
it's meant to be.
exactly.
It's supposed to be cozy.
Mm. No idea where you call, quits on a stage. That's not. But if this is stage 1,
What do you mean quit on a stage?
yeah, I have no idea. Like you said, this is good enough for stage 1. I have no idea where stage 1 ends. But as far
Oh
as
no,
I'm...
it's that's arbitrary. It's just kind of like I think I'm done for today because I ran out of ideas of what to do, next, and I could use some feedback, like from you, from the team. See what people think about this, if it's missing something or whatever. You said you wanted a river, a stream.
That was more wordplay on streaming. But some
Ah.
water would be really nice. We can do a stream, a little stream or a little lake, a little pond or something. If they have something like that.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, there's space here. We can do it behind the blacksmith here. Maybe do a turn here. On this side, on the left side of the map. To have kind of a river going or whatever.
Like a solid space.
Or we could
Which house
just
would...
completely destroy the bottom right corner. And have that as a kind of a lake starter river or something or another.
Yeah. How, for a noob, in as little words as possible, what are the main steps you had to do to come to this look?
Well, basically, I covered this at the beginning of the stream. The look is basically, if you mean like the actual visuals, that was basically defined by the artist that did the pack. To have it looking like this. The dude that did the pack, the assets that you bought, actually did a lot. Like he predefined all of the terrains, all of the tile palettes. He already made all of this. This was all him or them or whatever. This was already made by them, and it was really easy to just basically plop this in. This is what he did, and I just did the empties and used those for the terrain to paint everything and then plop the stuff in.
Nice. But the distribution of houses and the arrangement of everything is basically your drag and drop work, or...
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, it is. I was loosely basing it on what you've provided in the PDF. Like this. Then I had to figure out what to use for the treehouse, because there's none in the pack.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that was just for... We can pivot so many times away from that, but yeah, maybe I put this in because it's my personal lifelong wish to live, or at least own, or whatever.
A treehouse.
At least a treehouse, or to live in a lighthouse.
Oh, okay. So no, then I saw you had the Habits Master's Forge style shack, and then I thought if it's a Forge style, might wanna use like the blacksmith stuff, And this was the actual house he created. It was already in the pack, was the blacksmith.
Very fitting.
He was dead, and for some reason I thought this could be the Gratitude Grandma farmhouse for some reason. So I wanted to put the garden in front, but there's no assets to actually create the garden.
Okay. No,
I
still
don't know,
looks really good.
then there's two houses that remain, and one of them is the player house, the other one is whatever. I had the houses
Yeah.
planted down before I realized that you already put too many houses in the picture in the PDF and not description what the final house is supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. One is one too many. But
Yeah,
it's
but that's
okay.
fine.
We can leave it for something. It's Occam's razor, everybody. It's just that we have no idea what it's gonna become.
So yeah, as I said, the character in is just for scale, because it's not acting properly. And even the controller that they've added for the character was there. And he already walks left and right, no issues.
What does it entail? Like a script?
Oh, this is beyond just a simple script. They've done a shit
Okay.
ton of work on this. Because we've got a full control here on how it works. It's everything done already.
Damn. Oh yeah, they've got everything like
Movement,
if we wanted
how far they move, what's the acceleration, everything. It's got dodging, it knows how to climb ladders and everything. I mean, it's crazy.
Wow.
This is a shit ton of stuff we're never gonna need.
What do you think? Do you like it? Are you
Well, as with every pack, I do like the pack. It's just that, like with every pack, it's missing stuff. Like, there is no gardening stuff to do. Garden stuff. We can do a graveyard somewhere. Those are in, but don't know why we'd do that. And like for the core, I mean, you've got a flower and that's it. You've got this flower in 3 or 4 stages and that's it. For example, and nothing else. Didn't try to change it. Oh, no. This material is on everything. Okay.
in terms of IP and can you like take a flower, for example, open it in a sprite and change it, or that's not
Yeah, of
legal?
course. You could do that if you wanted to.
And then what? It suddenly becomes your asset? It's still his asset?
No.
You have to-
It's still for the most usual license agreements, you can modify them, but you can't resell them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, what happens when you like sell the game? Like, if you decide and you sell the game,
The game is
modify-
not a problem. The asset itself cannot be resold.
okay.
So you
yeah, makes
can't
sense.
do and repackage the same asset like in the same way you bought it, saying that it's now yours or whatever. That's not allowed, but using it in a game, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's why you bought it. And then if you modify it to use it in a game, that's no issue. It's fine.
Fair enough, yeah. It's probably the same in music with samples.
Maybe, yeah. Don't know about those.
I love it. Can't wait to like WASD try it out.
Well, that's gonna take a little bit still, though. So this, now this changes the entire flower, not just the thing you would need to do.
If you wanna change
Okay.
it.
Yeah, so this is the atlas it's using. And it's
Mhm.
atlas for everything. So you change one color, everything changes. So you need to go and create several of these atlases in a different color variety. If you'd want to just do the flowers, for example.
Okay, question. Say if you took a flower, yeah, one of
Mhm.
those, and sliced the petals away, or like how do you call the flowering part? Can you then reuse it, recolor it, and then just drag and drop it there, and then have at least...
It's gonna be a little bit different than just to drag and drop.
Okay.
It's gonna take a bit of probably repositioning and stuff, but in general, yeah, you could do that. Or you just duplicate the entire this thing, the entire atlas, and recolor them there. That's also an
I see.
option.
How do you go about making the interior of the house then?
That would be different. Then when the character would get to the door, you would detect that and most likely load a new scene in.
Yeah.
And then just do the interior for that scene. Which reminds me, does this thing have any interior stuff? It's got outside buildings, but no inside. What the?
I might check the guy's profile if he has like complimentary packs on indoors.
Well, there is a platformer stuff that's already in. But I'm not sure if that's gonna be of use. Hold on. Let me see in this demo scene he has what's in there. Yeah, no, that's literally a platformer. That's not gonna be useful. Different view and everything. No, that's not what that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And in the scene he also just has this one thing.
How do you call these different views? Which view are we using? Top down 2D? Or how do you call this?
This is top down. But it's sort of a tilted top down. It's not exactly top down 90 degree, it's more like 45 degree camera ish.
Oh shit, like I just realized how and these shadows are always tilted to the right.
Yep.
Or they are dynamic. Yeah.
No, they are made with they can't be dynamic because it's not a 3D object, it's a 2D object.
Yeah. This looks like a little bit more of a farm, but more like wheat farm. No veggie. Monocultures.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but there is no interiors anywhere. So that's a bit of a bummer.
Man, but all in all, this looks really amazing. Or way above my prototype expectations in terms of looks. I know it's a library asset or whatever, but it's beautiful. What are the dots on the chimneys? Is this like a marcation where the
No, this icon is actually a particle system. So when it's active, it's supposed to be like a chimney smoke, but
Oh,
it's
I
not
see.
working for some reason, and I don't know why. Because it works fine here, but if you go into game mode, you don't see it. It's not there. It's for some reason not showing up, and I didn't figure out why, so I left it for a future problem
Too bad.
to solve. Because it would be nice to have them going, because it makes the village look a little bit alive when there's stuff that works like this.
Yeah, it does. I've seen some chicken though, in the pack, I believe. I think we can put like a chicken or something like a cat to make it a little bit more alive. Perhaps maybe later on put some NPC AI on it or whatever. Some, I don't even know how you call it, pathing?
Oh yeah, we can do like we can do the path stuff. That's not a problem. You basically draw where they are allowed to walk and they'll follow that. There's no cat, there's no chicken.
No?
Nope.
No way. I swear I saw it in the trailer at least.
There's several characters. I mean, there's a zombie. But there's no animals whatsoever.
But not in the characters pack. In the village one, I saw it.
There's buildings, there's plants, and there's props, and that's it.
Maybe if they are Chinese, it went under plants.
It did not.
Oh well, my bad. Memory is a mystery.
He's got dungeon monsters up on the asset store.
I don't know. That's,
They're in the same
with
thing
the
as. It's the same thing as the characters that we have.
What's the same things? Oh,
Same
I
perspective.
see. Yeah.
Which would be fine, I guess. If we needed that. So he's got those, but he doesn't have any animals. And he doesn't have any internals either. What's inside this basic pack? Or anything extra that we don't have?
At least I've seen in the comments that they're very responsive. If we needed something custom made later on.
That's nice. Let's see if we find anything that could be. So we need what? Farm animals?
Not need necessarily, but okay, let's say village props. Oh, this is not the right perspective, right? Oh, this is platform. Or wait, so we cannot use the platformer view.
Why would you want to? It's wrong.
Uh, yeah, I'm just noob question. It has to be top down. Okay.
Oh, this mix and matching is gonna be weird unless we find something that looks more or less the same.
Yeah. And there is absolute shame in giving the AI these guys assets as a context and say generate a cat.
No. You are not allowed to do that. That would actually be under stealing.
Fuck. But if I prompt my own mind and say like I'm gonna draw a cat that's gonna be as similar to this artist as possible, that is good.
Oh wow.
I'm looking at pixel animals, and there is a pet cats pack, but they look a little bit too not enough pixels.
Right. What about interiors?
She is. Yeah, I'm looking at. I don't even know the exact right keywords, to search here. I just wrote top-down interior.
Yeah, that works, I guess.
Hmm.
Problem is finding something in the right style then, right?
This is the closest thus far that I've came. So let me send it to you on Discord. Oh no, not the Trello invite. But it's not exactly matching either.
Zig, the shields are up because of the bots. When you've got this, who was it? Assembly Jeffrey 98 that came in. There was a bot attack. It was a bot attack, so I put the shields up. And I'm not sure if it's isometric. It's more like top down. Or top down isometric, maybe. Though I think isometric is like double 45 degrees. Like camera 45 degrees and then terrain under 45 degrees. I think. I'm not sure. You said you sent me a link on Discord, right?
Yeah, but you're literally looking at it. It's the Pixel bedroom set. A little bit. Oh yeah, the stream is a little bit behind. Sorry.
It's fine.
But you were just looking at.
Pixel Lands house interior tile sets. Pixel bedroom pack. Is that one? Yeah, looks like. Ah, so you'd have it kind of a sideways kind of thing. This is an interesting perspective. I don't think I've seen this. We could do that. I mean, you just have the one wall and then do everything up in front. Looks kind of weird though.
It looks weird.
Perspective is weird to me. It's not something I'm used to. But it's fine. I mean, if you like it, we can go with that. No problem.
I mean, to the change of perspective, I think this perspective would serve our purpose better to minimize all the clutter. But then again, no idea.
Yeah, no, and it probably works with the characters too, so... Yeah, this would work with the characters fine. Although this looks like to be just the bedroom set. Unless that's a problem.
I mean, what all NPCs have in common is that they have a bedroom. That's one thing for sure.
Oh, come on. Unity asset store is taking forever again.
But then you would have to have like different movement mechanics here and
No.
stuff like that, or not really?
No,
Does
not
it make
really.
a lot of difference?
No.
Not really, okay. That's good news.
Well, something like this might work as well, although I think this one's too small. 2D pixel art village interiors.
Let's gather some links. Yeah, I'm only just now seeing what you're seeing. Because the
Oh yeah,
stream
YouTube.
was a little bit behind, but yeah,
YouTube is very behind, actually.
looks nice though. Yeah, like 10-15 seconds almost. I kinda like it.
What, this one?
I feel like if we are to go in some kind of customization of your own house, this gives it a nicer perspective to customize at first glance, in
Maybe.
my limited noob intuition.
Maybe, but it doesn't have a lot of assets to go into any sort of personalization here. Expanding it with colors, it's no problem. That's just texture work. You just need to do the textures. That's no problem. But drawing completely different closets, for example, that might take forever for us non-artists. Because like if you take a look, hold on, I'll send you the link, it'll be easier. If you take a look at this thing, you'll see it only has like 2 or 3 different closets, that's it.
I see. Yeah.
So for customization, this is not a good pack. You'd want like
Fair
several types of these types of closets that are on the left. If you check the bedroom panel, right? You've got only one closet for empty shelves. And that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And then you've got one, say, full height closet for clothing, and then half height, and that's it.
I watched a video yesterday, and I have another gray area question.
Good.
Aseprite has a plugin called Pixie-Lab, I believe. I might be totally mistaken, but it's something lab. I think it's Pixie-Lab. And
Okay.
it's like a AI modifier of assets. And then it lets you work on it. It gives you like a rough structure if you want, like edits an existing asset. If you do that and then manually change 18 pixels, is this now handmade with a little bit use of AI, or it's still a blunder?
As you said, it's a gray area, but AI touched it, so problem. It's one of those, do you really want to take a chance at people figuring it out somehow?
I really want to take the chance that in the long run it won't matter anymore. But that's a big chance. Big risk.
From the trend going right now, it's gonna be the other way around first.
But yeah, that's a normal immune response of every industry affected by it, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. In my opinion, it's a weird, tricky subject at the moment, and I'd rather stay clear of it than jump in.
Yeah, no,
at least right now.
I'm gonna keep asking great questions though.
Yeah, sure.
I would love to know what like the experts think and and people from the audience and everything. Like this is something I'm really thinking about almost every day in terms of how, even a pencil at one point was just a tool to express your imagination. You didn't have to use your own blood or whatever redstone and
Ink.
then ink or whatever, and then suddenly there was, I don't know, iPads and trackpads. And is that now a tool? Is it allowed, or now it's AI? Is this just a tool, or is this breaking some sort of barrier now, and mental more than physical, probably?
I mean, I don't know. We had this discussion before, and I really don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
same.
an artist. I don't have a, I don't know, emotional attachment to this. But from the artists that I do know, I think it's blasphemy, basically. And it sort of makes sense, but then you sort of make sense as well. So I don't know.
No, I agree with them completely, like, and I understand them. It's so tempting though, like I feel like so many other people increasingly more will feel so, like nobody can constrain people's imagination. Oh, very nice.
Which one? I don't know how far behind you are.
No, sorry, I was just looking back at the Pixel Bedroom Pack Cozy Interior set. How important is it that we choose the right thing up front?
But I don't think it is. Not up front, anyway. Because ideally, you will eventually want your own artists to do your stuff anyway.
Okay, following that logic, would it make sense to get the, let's say, Pixel Bedroom Cozy Interior Pack, whatever? It might even work with the characters. Just make 3 different bedrooms for the, or we might not include the beds or whatever. Just make a little dining room or something with the tables, or a living room. Just something where the NPC can stand in an interior, and then just have that for our prototype, so that
Yeah.
then a dialogue window can open in this place and whatnot.
It
Deal
would
then.
make sense, and this one kind of looks nice too. It's a bit more expensive.
You're talking about the 7.3. 5.
No, I'm talking about the 23 one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was on.
You are behind. You've got link on Discord.
Oh.
That it's now on YouTube.
Premium house styles and props. Oh,
Yeah, this Mimu Studio has several of these packs. They're all in the same view, which is very similar to that bedroom kind of thing, but they've got way more props in per pack. But I have several packs you kinda then are kinda obligated sort of to buy. I don't like their characters though, it's too cutesy.
Let me check Mimu Studio. Oh yeah, too cutesy, way too cutesy.
But the environment is fine. It actually looks great.
I'm looking at premium farm tiles and props. Looks decent, but not like amazing and super compatible.
I don't know about that, but it's way better than the one of them we looked at before. If you want for like you said, for customizations and stuff, this one's got like 8 different closets, for example, just straight out of the bat.
Another question, just because I'm curious about how front end and back end interaction works. Can you, if we wanted to now like speed things up unnecessarily and skip the interior and just put the 3 NPCs somewhere on the existing map statically, they don't even have to move, for example, and we made the dialogue window if you interacted with them using E or enter or whatever, click on them. If you then started working on the back end in relation to that, can you then easily transfer that if we do another UI with interior on that same backend?
It's completely irrelevant.
What do you mean? It's like easy to do.
It's what you have to do. You have to do a character that you have an interaction with, right? And what that interaction does is completely irrelevant of where that character is positioned. What map, whichever map, it doesn't matter. Whether he's outside, inside, where he stands. It's really irrelevant.
So it's like character related, not his position.
No, it's not even character related. It could be a rock you interact with. It really doesn't matter. It's basically a call to backend to serve some data. What and how you make this call is completely up to you, or where it's done. It's completely irrelevant of how it looks, how the front end is.
Okay. I'm just thinking in terms of the bigger picture, if we can, have other guys have something to do and think about, in the meantime.
If anybody wants to jump in and start working on their on the backend stuff, I'm all for it. Question is, how are we gonna do this? Is this gonna be in-engine thing, or do we wanna have a separate something? I'd go for the in-engine thing because it's gonna be easier to pack and deliver.
Okay, man, I trust you 100%.
Yeah, no, I don't see the point of having a server in the background. Not in this stage. Absolutely not. Maybe as a later on upgrade. But for the MVP and currently starting, I don't see why we'd go that way.
Fair enough, yeah. How can I help the backend guys? Can I help if I exactly specify what they should say at the beginning and what data should we collect and stuff like that? Or even a rough UI sketch in Canva, would that help them to understand how things are collected and stuff?
You would need to talk to somebody who's gonna be doing on that. What they actually need.
Fair enough.
Because for me, if I were doing that, I wouldn't need any sketches. I would need data. What do you want from me, and what can the player input into the database or whatever? I need to know the interaction, right? Not how it looks. That's irrelevant.
Okay.
I need to know how you want it to work.
Like how when the streaks happen, combos, XPs, levels, how much XP for each level, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna turn on my other machine now and open up Unity. See if I can click something without everything burning.
And I'm gonna push this up to Git, so everybody can access this now.
So how can I access this? Okay, this is a very noob question, but it's gonna be magic if I can access this today.
Do you have Git set up already? Like something like source tree or fork or something?
No.
Well, then that's your first step.
Guide me, Sensei. What did you say, fork?
I'm using source tree. What you see on screen now or about to see is source tree.
Okay. Download for Windows. Yes.
That really depends on what you're using, yes. Oh wow, this is taking forever. The packages you provided are not small. There we go. Okay, so what's our comment here? Something like added, or maybe, oh no, added bots back. Bot packages and created the first village. And quit. And push.
Whoa, Bitbucket server or Bitbucket?
Just
Or
next, whatever. Skip.
Or
I forgot what are we on? Bitbucket?
unable to
GitHub.
extract?
Yeah, Mercurial has issues. Ignore, just go.
Exactly, Mercurial was the problem.
I know.
An SSH key that you'd like to load now? No.
Cancel. You don't have it set up for...
Okay, this is now open. Local remote.
Okay,
next step,
now
bro?
jump into your GitHub link.
Yeah, I'm there.
You are there. Okay. Then you've got code there on the screen, green button, right?
Wait, two-factor verification.
Right.
Yeah, code.
Okay, you've got go to HTTPS if it's not there, and go and copy the link.
Done.
Then in source tree, I'm waiting for it to reopen. you will go, there's tabs on the top, and you can hit plus or whatever.
Yeah.
And on the new tab, you go clone. And in source path URL, you paste the link you just copied. This will now probably prompt you to log in several times somewhere.
I suppose. Let's see. Yes. Authorize. Yes. Can read all my data and my incognito tab history. Yes. Okay. And
Now, if you check the YouTube, it should look something like this.
Shit, it's lagging for some reason. Yeah, it's looking like this.
So you've got repository type, this is a Git repository, and then the next window is somewhere on your local hard drive. This is whatever you want, wherever you want it. Just put it there once. Just choose where you want the project to live, and when you're done, hit clone.
Cloning.
Yeah, and once you're done, you should see something like this whenever YouTube catches up.
Yeah. I'm seeing what you're seeing. Pull, push, fetch. Pull, push, fetch. Commit.
Okay, if that's done, if it's all done, if it stopped doing stuff, if it looks like it's now on YouTube, then you can just open this project, that same folder in Unity, and that's it.
No way. Let me do that right away. This is gonna be a side quest on its own. Okay. Should I I've already created a project. I just ignore that, okay? And I do new project and...
What, my new project? No, you already downloaded the project from Git. There is no new project. You add a project in Unity Hub.
Oh, si, senor, yes. Add the project.
Add project from disk.
Yes. Wait, okay, the project is not valid.
You need to go inside the folder until you find the asset folder. That's when you tell it this is the Unity folder.
Let's try again. Assets folder.
You go into the folder, and when you've got like .idea, assets, logs, packages, assembly, stuff like that, you can see it on my screen maybe. Not yet. Not on YouTube. You can see it on Twitch. YouTube lags for some reason. really badly. There we go. This is the folder you tell Unity to open.
Okay, Unity is opening. I have a loading screen and something is opening.
Okay, that's gonna take forever. Just give me 2 seconds. I need to. Thank you, guys. Thanks, streams. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna be. I have to ending now. It's been a few hours. I have to go. Thanks for being here, and I guess I'll see you next time, when we'll probably continue with all of this. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye.